Welcome, viewers of Plating Art Media. Welcome in the Netherlands. Welcome in Harderwijk. My name is Michel van der Kroft. I am the chef of this restaurant, which is called Het Nonnetje. In English, that's The Little Nun. And I'm the chef for more than 18 years now of this restaurant. We have 2 Michelin stars and 18 points Go MEO, which we are very proud of course. So, today I'm going to make my most personal dish for you. Why is it my most personal dish? The dish is a tribute to my wife, Maria do Céu, and to our love. She comes from Portugal. I'm going to make raviolis filled with the Portuguese sheep's cheese, and that ravioli with the cheese comes from the region where she was born and raised, in the center of Portugal. So, here I have the cheese. It's a sheep's cheese. In Portuguese it's called queijo da Serra da Estrela. For me, it's the best cheese in the world. And when it's yellow package, that means that it's certificated, that it really comes from that region, like an appellation contrôlée. So here is the cheese, and so there is a linen around it, so everything keeps together. It's soft on the inside, and when they eat it in Portugal, you just take out of the top of the cheese, and then you can eat it with a spoon. And this is the cheese. It's just marvelous cheese. And when my parents-in-law received me for the first time 33 years ago, and they served this cheese to me, I was blown away. I ate it for breakfast, lunch and dinner. It's really, the flavor is amazing. So this will be the filling of the raviolis, and the filling is 100% cheese. No milk, eggs, flour, just the cheese goes into the ravioli. So the garnish will be champignon, chestnut champignon, and I'm going to do a very old technique with them. I'm going to carve them. Torn champignon. And the technique I will show you later. Then we have some young courgette to serve with it. We're going to serve it with a sage butter. And the dough I make of 2 kinds of flour. So it's the 00 flour and it's the semola flour. So 1 kilo of each, 1500 grams of egg yolks, 20 grams of salt and 50 grams of olive oil. Mix it all well together, and then we will have a beautiful dough. So this goes on the side. Here I have the dough. I'm going to start now by rolling out the dough with this machine. So I do it like 5-6 times through the machine, and I end at number 6. So the next step in making raviolis is a little flour on the bench, so the ravioli won't stick to the bench. Then we're going to decide what's halfway, a little bit more, overlapping, and then back. Now I know what's half of the dough. In the meantime, I did the cheese. I put the cheese in a piping bag. So 100% only the cheese. And then I'm going to put a little bit of egg yolk on the dough. Nice thin layer of egg yolk, and I put little dots of the cheese on the dough. Then carefully the rest of the dough over the cheese. like this. And then I have two cutters, round cutters. And with the small one, I'm going to put the two parts of dough to each other. So all the air goes out. And that with the other cutter, which is 2 sizes bigger than this one, we're going to cut the ravioli. Exactly in the middle. Next step is take out the rest of the dough. And here we have beautiful raviolis filled with Portuguese sheep cheese. So we're going to put them aside and I'm going to show you how we make the champignon. So we're going to do something special with a very basic ingredient. So the chestnut champignon, we're going to carve them. In French they call it champignon tourné. We're going to carve the champignon. It's a classical technique. So in the times of Auguste Escoffier, 150 years ago, every champignon they was carved because it looks very nice. Of course, the flavor, we will make it also very nice, but it's a technique which has disappeared. Nowadays, nobody makes a champignon like that. And if nobody does it, then I start to find it interesting. So let me show you. The champignon, we take out the stalk on the bottom. And then with a sharp knife, from the middle, we're going to carve it like this. The knife needs to be really sharp. And then from the middle, we cut them to the outside of the champignon. Another one. A little bit quicker now. So, those champignons, we're going to fry them slowly in some brown butter, beurre noisette, and then put some vegetable stock with them and glaze them with the vegetable stock, reduce the vegetable stock, glaze them together with the beurre noisette so they get really shiny and full of flavor. So this is the garnish of the ravioli. So after the raviolis are cooked, we are going to put them in a sage butter. Sage butter is we cut some sage, slightly fry it in some butter, and then also some vegetable stock. And so it gets reduce the stock until you get a nice glaze of the sage and the butter and the vegetable stock. So here are the champignons. Slightly cooked in the beurre noisette. And I'm going to put 3 of them on a plate. And in between the champignon, we're going to put some spinach. Slightly baked in a little bit of olive oil, salt, a little bit of pepper. So in between the champignon, a little bit of the spinach. Then we have the raviolis in the sage butter. We cook them for 1 minute and then put them in the sage butter. So put them on the spinach. A little bit of that delicious sage butter on the raviolis. Then we have some sweet and sour red cabbage. The young courgette, slightly fried in a little bit of olive oil. Some chives on top. And to finish it, we have some beautiful flowers as a finishing touch. And this is my ravioli, my most personal dish, a tribute to my wife and our love. Enjoy.